The storm has passed and people are recovering. But it does give us a chance to talk about unnecessary political rhetoric and the hyperbole that is that the Democrats and the left is prone to. We had the mayor of Tampa, yes, a Democrat, basically say that if you stay, you will die. Unfortunately, the circumstances that she was so certain would happen just never manifested themselves. In fact, the loss of life in that area was surprisingly low. The problem with this is the next time a storm menaces that area, well, there's going to be warnings and the potential circumstances are going to be described, but people are going to remember what she said, and they're going to remember that that didn't happen, and they will second guess their preparations. They will second guess whether or not they need to evacuate. They will second guess preparing their home because the catastrophic predictions did not happen. And I would hate to see people, make these judgments based on the flippant words of a politician. You see, this has happened before. I have lived through this. Andrew was a bad storm. They made it out to be a very bad storm, and Andrew delivered. It was a catastrophic storm. The problem was, after Andrew, they made every storm seem like a catastrophic storm, and they just ended up not being catastrophic. I remember people were talking about the dangers that Frances was going to, bring to Florida because she did top out as a Category 5, but when she finally got here, it was, again, mostly rain and some wind and trees and, and they did the same thing with every other storm. And I think it was Charlie, actually. I remember the newscasters lamenting and the meteorologists lamenting that people aren't taking it seriously. They're not preparing. They're not doing anything. Evacuations are low. Well, it's because you guys made every other storm out to seem like a catastrophic storm, and they never delivered. And then Charlie hit a little stronger than people thought. And, well, while it was not a genuine catastrophe, I do remember people not taking it seriously. So when these politicians make these proclamations that if you stay, you will die, and the circumstances just don't manifest themselves, people aren't going to believe it in the future. So, I think the politicians and the administrators and, the meteorologists and the emergency people, they should simply state the worst predicted outcome. Basically, they tell everybody what the potential storm surge is. Tell people what the potential wind speeds are. Tell people the potential flooding, and then just let them make the decisions on their own. And make sure everybody understands, and this is true, that if you are in an evacuation zone and the storm strikes and you do decide to stay, you will be on your own. Stick to the facts. Let people make their own decisions, because I don't want a repeat of all these other storms where everybody was kind of caught off guard because everybody made the storm out to be way more than it eventually happened. Yes, it is a real thing. The boy who cried wolf is a real thing. So you'll see me in the next one.